you don't get your job just only based on how good of a person you are, how great of a guy you are. That's a nice guy. Imagine having that respect when you go home, no longer kicking the dog. And you get paid in relation to how much easier you make that organization work. I thought I'd pop in here for a minute and talk to you about something that's probably really on your mind. That's opportunities in the workplace, the job or career that you have, and how to make more money where you are right now and keeping the job that you have, right? It's a very realistic thing that people are thinking about. It's on their minds. I'm sure you're no different. So I thought I'd have a real heart-to-heart conversation with you about it. Let's think about what's happening. If you're like most people, you're at work and you could be doing okay, but you're probably very smart. People that kind of watch these videos are intelligent. They have goals and aspirations, and you're aware of them. Some people don't even have goals. The average person walks around not having clear goals, not knowing what they want. So you're cut above the rest. Now, I could bet most likely you're not completely satisfied with where you are. There's somebody at your workplace that is not as smart as you, not as ambitious as you, but they're maybe higher up. Maybe even they're your manager. This person's higher up, they're doing well, maybe they've gotten a promotion recently. This person also doesn't really have their best interest or your best interest in mind, but they're doing better. And doesn't it suck to see people that are like doing better at work, doing better in their careers, getting more money than you? And you think, why is this possible? How this could even be? What's the distinguishing factor here? What makes that all happen? And this jealousy is a real thing. When people are like literally just shitting on you, okay, they're shitting on you and they're just taking everything that's yours. You've felt this before. You've been to a club before, or a restaurant or a bar, or seen somebody on the street, talk to somebody on Instagram you're interested in and attracted to, and they went off with somebody else that was really, really like, it made you mad. Okay, and they went off with somebody else that really made you mad, like, oh, that person? You went with that person, seriously? And they took what was yours. You felt that feeling, that person should have been yours and they were taken from you. And you know that feeling. You've had that happen to you before. And it's happening to you at your work as well. And you might think, it's not a big deal, it's just a job or my occupation. No. You go home and you think about it and it eats you up inside. And you think about it at night as you're cooking over your stove. You think about it as when your check comes for work and you cash it and it's not as much as you would need it to be and you're a little bit behind in the bills. That's when you think about it. You also think about it when you're with your family because they can tell you're not completely there. You got something that's on your mind and it's eating away at you in the background. Maybe you come home and you're one of those people that kick the dog, right? Maybe you're one of those people. Maybe not physically kicking the dog, but just, you have no energy to play with your dog. And you're wondering, why is this happening? Where's it coming from? Well, it's coming from the fact that you think somebody at work is taking what's yours, what belongs to you. It eats you up inside and it doesn't make you happy. It makes you stop enjoying the work, in fact. Maybe sometimes you don't even enjoy going to your career. You're like, man, I used to enjoy going there, but now my love for it is gone. That's a horrible thing to happen. So let's talk about today how we can resolve that and why that's happening to you. Make some sense of it all and get you on a game plan to move forward. So how do office dynamics even work? How do career dynamics work? Well, you are, let's call yourself an employee, for example, and you may have a place that you work with or work at. Now, there's somebody that's there that works as a manager or a boss, and your job, believe it or not, is not to get the job done or to do tasks. That's not your job at all. Your job is much different. Your role in that organization is to make the organization's life better, to make the organization's life easier, and you get paid in relation to how much easier you make that organization work. Specifically, how you make your boss's life better. If you make your boss's life better, or you save an hour of time from your boss's day, your boss will appreciate it because they're the ones who keep you employed. So that is your only role. But you don't get your job just only based on how good of a person you are, how great of a guy you are. That's a nice guy, because we all know that nice guys don't always get ahead. You don't get a promotion at work based on how nice you are. You don't get more money based on how nice you are. You don't even get it based on if you deserve it. It doesn't come from that at all. So where does it come from, Madison? What's the answer here? The answer is this. I want you to kind of understand this in your mind. Take a moment, breathe in, breathe out, get ready for it. The answer is this. Your opportunities at work are directly related to how much money you can bring the company and how you navigate through the organization. Those are the two things. How much money you're bringing in, how much you navigate. Because even if your boss likes you, but you don't bring any money, doesn't matter.
We all know that businesses have a lot of money. They don't have an unlimited amount of money, but they have a lot of money. So the thing is, when you go for a job, typically they'll say, typically when you go for a job, you're thinking that you're gonna get a certain amount of money and they have a certain amount of money available. It's not that the company doesn't have any more money, it's just the company doesn't have any more money for you. There's no more money for you. Why do they not have that money for you? The company has money. You see, in other words, it's like value exchange. You're bringing $50,000 worth of value to the company, and therefore you're worth $50,000. And that value could be $50,000 of profit even, right? You can bring in 100K, but if you're only 50,000 of that is only your profit, then you're only worth 50K profit. So what has to happen is that your value has to be more than what you're bringing in, and you have to have projection of the opportunity to bring in more value in the future.
You have to be able to navigate through the organization. You have to be a person that if you were to get promoted or get more opportunities, you could manage people around you, talk to people around you, have them believe in you, follow you, hang on every single word that you say. That's important. So what is that? What does that come down to? Well, it comes down to your intelligence about people, how to navigate an office environment, right? To understand what it takes for people to like you, to want to follow you, to listen to you. Do you have the verbal chops and the golden mouthpiece to go out and get more clients than anybody else? Or to create more business opportunities, more business partnerships, co-branding opportunities? That's what it comes down to. And the person that can do that is worth so much more to the organization. They will pay you whatever you're worth, 2 times, 3 times what everybody else is making, as long as you can do that, what I just described right now. So this is where you got to put your focus on. That's where the focus comes into, okay? Not by the hour or anything else, it comes into this and this only. So take your brain and direct your brain towards communication. Direct your brain towards intelligence of people and how to navigate those relationships in the workplace. So in fact, your opportunities are directly limited to your ability to communicate and the conversations that you have with people in the workplace and outside the workplace and with yourself. That is the thing that creates more opportunity for you, that directly relates to your paycheck. And even if you ever decide to leave that current place of employment, you can go out and create new opportunities for yourself. That's what you can do. Be your best, as they say, version of yourself. That means not being afraid to start your own brand, not being afraid to be an entrepreneur and go out there and network and meet new people, not being afraid to go to a conference without a big lamination around your neck for a name brand company, because you have the guts to do it on your own. That includes respecting yourself when you go home, because you're like, man, I really put in a real day's effort and I killed it. Imagine having that respect when you go home. No longer kicking the dog. Having alertness to be there, focus with your friends and family when you're around, because you're not stressed out about you got to go to the office tomorrow. You don't have to pay for a therapist because you hate your job. You love what you do. You love the opportunities that you can create and the communication that you can provide anybody you meet. So that's something you want to work on. And I can help you do that. I'll put a link down in the description of the video. You'll see it, okay? You press the tab and the links open up in the description for conversationmentoring.com. That's my website that I have that allows people to figure out what exactly they gotta fix with their communication, where they went wrong, and how it gets them closer to the result that they want. It's not about being smooth. I don't give a crap about being smooth, man. I don't give a crap about being, quick-witted with the tongue, but I care about the result that it gets me. That's what I'm committed to, because I'm terrified if I don't get that. And you know what your life is gonna look like if you don't get there, because it's probably there already. Let's do something about it, okay? Click that link in my description, set up a call with me and my team. We'll walk you through to the promised land, exactly how you're gonna get there, and we'll help you to do it. It's an absolutely free call, lasts about 30 minutes. There's a lot of value that we go into in the call, and we're doing this free for a limited amount of time, but in a certain amount of time we're gonna stop doing them because we'll just be flooded with them. But this is a new program. I wanna get people introduced to the concepts and the ideas that we have, help them out, and if in the future we can do business together, amazing. But if it's not right for you, at least you got some free value out of the call, all right? Absolutely worth it. Go do that now when it's hot in your mind. And share this video with a buddy, a coworker, friend, whatever you name it, share it with them, because they will desperately, desperately need it and appreciate it. And you'd be a real jerk not to do that, all right? Spread the love the same way I'm spreading it around. I'll talk to you very soon on the call. Keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Cheers.